What's up, everybody? How y'all doing this morning? Plug this shit in right here. Okay, there we go. I can really see. I need a haircut. We gonna have to go get a haircut soon. That's a fact. I think I'm gonna trim it down a little bit. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. How's everybody doing this morning? I hope everybody's having a beautiful what's today? Wednesday? Beautiful. I don't even know what days it is, yo. Hope everybody had a beautiful Wednesday. A couple of things we want to talk about, and then we're gonna have the CEO himself, BriceGang, come on. Good morning, Ray, Branda, Trinity, Christian, Cedeno. How you doing, Christian? I haven't seen you in a minute. I'm very happy you can make it today. What up, Prince to Amir, Lovely E, Ras Leon, Kashana Brown, Dino Love. So the other day, somebody hit me in the comment section of the live we did yesterday, and they said, "Why don't I put that? Why do I do all these good mornings?" Right? Why do I do all these shout outs and everything else? You can skip the 10 minutes if you don't want to hear none of this stuff. Why do I do all of these good mornings and these shout outs in the morning? And I explained, I said, well, when you go watch other people's lives, don't they have you sitting there sometimes with nothing going on for like 5-10 minutes? At least I'm not doing that. Sometimes you go to other people's lives, the lives come on, right? And what are they doing? Probably listening to music. Probably, if they engage in recreational behavior, they're rolling up something or smoking something, or they're just sitting there being quiet. I'm not even doing that. I'm just saying good morning to people. So are you gonna also go get upset at them for doing that? I'm curious. What's up, Jenny Lozano, Melissa Raftis? Who else we got up in here? What up, the real drone? Vix, how you doing this morning, Vix? She says, good morning, Frost and everyone. I hope we all well today. Hit that like button, show love and support. Shout out to you, baby girl. You the best. Who else we got up in here? Ras Leon says, good morning to Kashana Brown. She says, blessed morning, my beautiful black queen. Yes, I'm happy we got all the queens up in here, whether you're black, white, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Mexican, Filipino, Martian. I'm happy all the queens is up in here today. Shout out to y'all. That's a fact. What up, Mr. Bryce, the A&R, saying ain't no turning back. How y'all doing today? Who else we got up in here? C Breezy, happy to see you being able to make it back, my brother. Mills, what up? Who else we got up in here? BriceGang. I don't know if this is the BriceGang or if this is just somebody just making a BriceGang account and they just like, and they're like, I ain't throwing no shade today. If I hurt your feelings and it was meant to hurt your feelings. Shout out to all that stuff. What up, Brian Santiago? Who else we got up in here? Be More Bread. What up, yo? Big Boy. What up? Ricky Unos. What up? Black Apple Gallery. Yeah. How you doing this morning, my brother or sister? I have no idea. Or community, because it might be like a couple of them. What up, Mr. A. Stevenson? Adam Cole. What's good, Jack? Cameron, Dave East this Sunday in Midtown. I'm there. Send me something. Send me something. Send me something. Email. Somebody put my email. My email's in the link in the description, and my IG is in the link in the description. Connect with me. Send me something. Thank you. Appreciate you. You the best, my brother. Who else we got up in here? Miguel Pineda. Who else we got up in here? Shout out to Miguel Pineda. Rio. Thank you for sliding through, my brother. Appreciate you. Rio's at work, and he still comes through and does the moderating. Really appreciate you, Rio. What up, County King Nelson? I hate when this shit just jumps all the way down to the bottom and shit. And I got a whole bunch of names I got to still read off. So now I got to scroll all the way back up to see where. And then I'm going to miss a couple of y'all. Shout out to that shit. Yo, check this out. Only 4 minutes in. Look, I'm ahead of time, ahead of schedule. Still got a couple more. I still got Grims to say what's up to. Mom Ra, shout out to y'all dudes. Still got Chuck, Charles Blair, County King, more or less. Yo, check this out. So, you want to know something funny as hell? How often do rappers take court cases to trial? They don't usually do that. Why is Cardi B taking this shit to trial, yo? You know what I was thinking? I'm going to tell you something that I was thinking. I'm going to keep it a whole stack with you. Cardi B might have just exposed a lot of rappers without exposing them. I'm going to explain why. Usually rappers cop out and get a slap on the wrist, right? How often does that happen? Then after they cop out and get a slap on the wrist, people start getting arrested. There's a ton of rappers that I could say that happened to. I'm not going to call them out because I'm not trying to put nobody in any kind of bubble, and I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody. But how often do you see a rapper get arrested, right? They go to court, they get a slap on the wrist, and then a couple of weeks later, people just start getting arrested. How often do you see that happen? So maybe when Cardi B went in, maybe a part of that plea deal, she had the part of that deal where she had to tell on the nigga. She said, I'm not doing it. That might be why Cardi is going to court. Think about that. I'm not saying that is it, but I'm saying with what we know about how this game has been working, think about that. And I'm going to bring up one other point, and then we're going to get ready to call BriceGang. What up? I said Brian. What up, Kenneth O'Leary? How you doing? What up, Intercontinental Kent? Dion Coates, Devin Cummings. I just don't like that name. I ain't gonna kick you yet though. What up, Carrie? All right, so think about that. Just think about that for a second. What up, Muggy? Scotland. Shout out to Scotland. I don't even know if he's really from Scotland. Shout out to Scotland. Yeah. Curtis Pearson. Think about that for a minute, right? They was gonna give Cardi B a slap on the wrist. Think about that. They were gonna give Cardi B a slap on the wrist. Cardi B turned it down. I don't want that guy's comment in here. You could have literally just told me that. I didn't mean to put you on timeout, though. That was an accident. I'm going to hide it and hide you. You already know BBN really can't trust nobody. That's a fact. I'm thinking Cardi ain't trying to get sued either. All right? I'm thinking Cardi ain't trying to get sued either. But there's a point where you just give these girls money to get away from you. You understand what I'm saying? That's the actual advantage of having money does to you. And she's from the Bronx. She's stubborn. I'm from the Bronx, so I already know. All right? But that's actually one of the privileges of having money. Getting into a problem, saying, you know what? I'm going to give these individuals some money to go away. I don't know if this person is Bryce for real. So we're going to call up Bryce right now so I can kick this individual ASAP because I don't think that's Bryce. But what I am going to do is I'm going to put them on 1,000,000 timeouts. And if this is you, Bryce, apologies. If it ain't you, I'm going to find out in 2 seconds. And this is going to get kicked. So let's give him some timeouts so we can get an opportunity to get Bryce up in here. Because we don't do all that negative energy. So you just coming in here with negative energy. We don't do that. I don't know his media guy. I don't know that dude. That dude could be anybody. Shout out to him, though. No disrespect. I'm just saying that's just a lot of negative energy. Every comment you putting out is just like super negative, and I don't really care for it. Well, tried to contact Bryce, no answer. I guess I'll continue to do what I do, and then we'll try to contact them again at some point. Let's stay on this Cardi B thing for a minute. But honestly, this is just me speaking. Honestly, it's a shame that I can't. For anybody that's new here, I can't go on anybody's word. I have to do what I have to do. I can't treat people like they're just normal human beings. So, this is just, I don't want to get into it. What up, my brother?
What's going on? What's going on with you?
Chilling. You want people to see? You want people to see how you rocking it today?
I mean, you can. You know, they're not gonna let us go live though.
That's BriceGang right there. All right. So what you want to talk about?
To everybody out there, that profile that's on there, Mr. Bryce the A&R. No, that profile that says that's one of my people. That's the Marcus.
Okay, copy. I won't kick him. I won't kick him. But he can't. You got to turn your volume down over there, my dude. We can hear you. All right. I said I won't kick him again, right? All right. So check this out. We just need some of the. We know he's pumped up. Let's go. But we need a little bit of the negative energy.
No. That's why when you tried to call me the first time, I was on the phone with him, letting them know.
Yeah. That's all. All right. So where you want to start?
We're gonna start this off by, I'm gonna go directly, and I'm gonna tell y'all what's really going down. We're gonna do it with no interruption, so nobody can say that Jack Frost led the questioning. Nobody can say nothing. This is me talking. So if you have any problems about this conversation right here, don't go to Frost. Come to BriceGang, because BriceGang is the one saying it. So we're gonna break this down, and I'm gonna get right to the point. All right, this is the situation. How this all really kind of played out is, Fubanga, that's my brother. Fubanga is a loyal person. Like, he is a loyal dude. Fubanga is the type of person that'll put his life on the line for his friends, his family, and his loved ones. So, that night at the Barclays, there was a lot of stuff going down. And what a lot of people don't know, and we have a video that's going to drop soon with Fubanga's new single, is the video of, dudes trying to run them over. So once dudes tried to run them over, they got in the Barclays, a whole incident broke out. I can't tell you exactly how it all erupted.
I gotta ask a question.
What's that?
There's a video you're saying of people trying to run over the Fubanga and the individuals that were with him, which were Takashi, Shadi, and the rest of their team.
Yeah.
So there's a video where there was people trying to run them over, and we're gonna assume kill, because when you use a vehicle,
right before, and this happened right before they got inside of the Barclays. So it was an escalation of events. So once that happened, they get in the Barclays, it got out of control. A shot was fired. It's a fact. Shots was fired. Everybody broke out, dispersed. When that video that showed where 6ix9ine is talking to the police, Fu wasn't even no longer there at that time. So there wasn't a situation to whereas somebody could have said, "Yo, it was him," or somebody could have pointed him out and identified him at the scene. The Fu was gone. So then we get down to they locked Danny up for the incident. Danny goes to jail. Danny got.
We're gonna have to cut him off and then call him back. We're gonna have to cut him off and then call him back. That was poor. That was very poor. You know how they ask you like how it was and shit? Oh, and for everybody that don't know, usually like at the hour mark, the live gets kaput and we have to make a new room. So just so you know, around the 50-minute mark, we might have to make a new room. Just come back. That's what it is. Here we go. I think we got him back. Yeah, his logo is dope as shit, though. Check out his logo.
Crippy.
We can't hear you.
So
we cannot hear you.
Somehow out of nowhere,
we couldn't hear you.
Fool was driving a rental car.
We can't hear you.
This car had no affiliation to Fool.
Bryce.
His name wasn't on the rental agreement.
Bryce. We couldn't hear none of that beginning. You got to repeat. You got to repeat it.
I can't hear you.
We couldn't hear what you said in the beginning. You have to repeat it. We couldn't hear you. Make a new room. So just so you know, around the 50-minute mark, we might have to make a new room. Just come back. That's what it is.
All right.
They shut him off again. Yo, this is crazy. They keep shutting us off. Yo, Bryce, you listening? I know you listening. When you come back in, make sure that we got you before you, because we couldn't hear what you were saying when you initially came back on last time. This was poor quality. Said in the beginning, you have to repeat it. You can hear. There you go. We good. We got you now, Bryce.
All right. So what I was saying was, they were under the influence. It was Crippy. So after a whole 2-week process went on, Fool was riding in a rental car. The rental car wasn't named in Fool's name. It had no affiliation to Fool.
Make sure that we got you before you, because we couldn't hear what you were saying when you initially came back on last time. Yeah, you good now. You good now. You good now. Let's go.
Oh, okay, I'm good. So what happened was they was in.
I just told him to call me. This is crazy. I told him to call me. This is crazy. I'm just gonna have the phone call. Y'all guys are the best. Give me 1 second. Yeah.
Yo, you got me?
Yeah, we got you. Yo, that's crazy, yo.
Hey, what I told you, they trying to put a stop to me. They don't want me to bring the truth to the world because they know I'm telling the truth.
Yo, keep it up. Keep going.
All right, so they pull Fool Banger over, right? They take Fool into custody. But at this time, Fool is thinking it's a bullshit traffic stop. When they get Fool into custody, they go ahead and smack him with the charges. All right, so Fool sits in jail 7.5 months. I didn't hear you.
I didn't say shit.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? So Fool, he goes and sits for 7.5 months. During this time, Fool is reaching out to everybody to help him get out of jail. You know what I'm saying? He's reaching out to everybody. And nobody's wanting to help him. You got people who wanted to help him, but legally, their backgrounds are so messed up, they couldn't get him out. Certain people put up arm money.
Hold on. Let me explain something real quick. I'm not trying to mess with your narrative. I just don't think certain people are going to get this because I saw comments that people left. Now, the people that wanted to help him would have needed to legally show where they acquired the money at. That they were going to bail him out with.
Not only that, it automatically opens the door for the feds to start investigating you. Because now you're bringing money into their system trying to get somebody out. It opens the door for people to get caught up in a federal investigation. People ain't trying to get caught up in that. So
we had a lot of people reluctant to want to do it. The money was available, but not from the people who should have had the money.
But and just so we could be clear, the reason why the whole shooting at the Barclays happened is because some individuals tried to use a vehicle to attack the team that he was walking with, which happened to have Shadi and Tekashi in it.
Yes.
Okay, keep going.
They I mean, you know, it's sad to say, but yeah, they was trying to kill him with a car. You know, so Fool's in jail. While Fool's in jail, he gets hit with his charges for shooting up the Barclays Center. So Fool's in jail for like 7.5 months. He riding it out because at the end of the day, we knew, yo, this charge is bogus. The longer we sit on it, when it go to court, we're gonna get either time served or it's gonna be over. We out of here. We back to getting the money. But what ended up happening was, hello?
I'm here.
Oh yeah. What ended up happening was, Fool goes to court one day. And they got this is one of the days they had all of them in court together. So they in court, and Fool is sitting next to Shadi. They're having a conversation. He's breaking down to Shadi like, yo, my lawyer came to me. Boom.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I was in court that day. Keep going.
I think you was.
Yeah, I was in court that day. Keep going.
Yeah. So that day, he's telling them like, yo, my lawyer told me this. The most I could get is 2 more years on top of the 7 months I just sat. He said, that's the most. Yo, 9 times out of 10, I might be going home next year. Everything was cool. They had the conversation. You know, they go back to jail. 2 days later, Fool gets slapped with a major indictment. They came to him about the Rico, and they was telling him they was going to put him with the Rico, and they could prove it. So Fool's whole thing, he thought they was bluffing. So, you know, he turned down the first offer. He wrote it out some more. Almost another, probably like 10 months. Once Fool wrote it out some more, what they did was they came right back to Fool with the paperwork. They came to him with the paperwork. They explained to him, like, listen, if you go to trial, they're not only going to charge you with the shooting at the Barclays, they are going to add you to the Rico case. Fool was thinking, like, how you going to add me to the Rico? My name is not on no other charges but count 5 and 6. Or after even 5 and 6 or 6 and 7. Those are the only 2 counts his name was on. They showed them the paperwork where Shadi told them, like, yo, listen, Fool Banger is a member of 9 Trey. He is the shooter for Melly. Anytime you see Fool Banger out with the crowd, he is armed and dangerous, and he is the shooter to protect the people in 9 Trey when they're out.
So hold on 1 second. 1 second. I just want to make this clear. So you're saying that Fool Banger physically seen the paperwork with Shadi's name attached to it, pointing fingers at him?
Yes, it is a secret document. And if you go into like if you go into the minutes, every time they go to court, it tells you there are documents that are brought into court. After the court case is over, if you read the transcript, it says those secret documents are confidential and of a sensitive nature. They are put inside of the vault. It says that in the transcript, they are put in a vault. The reason this is because this is a gang Rico. If Fool Banger has that paperwork in jail, what he can do is he can show other people around the jail this paperwork, which puts Shadi's life in peril. And anybody else who's mentioned in the telling in peril. So they allow you to know it, but they don't allow you to keep it. So it's what we got going on right now, to whereas, yeah, you know what's going on. You can tell whoever you want, but you don't have that paperwork in your possession to prove it at this time. And you're not gonna have it until this case is over. So when you finally get it, it ain't gonna matter anymore. And that's what's going on with that. So, you know, they hit Fool with all these charges. Everybody, I want to clarify something. No, Shadi didn't keep a phone from 2004 in his pocket. What they did was they got his permission to get his profile history from the cell phone companies, which means when you get your profile history, anytime you have gotten a phone in your name, they were able to go back and pull your records. Shadi pointed out which text messages were between him and Fool. On top of that, They also went a step further. Shadi gave them access to his social media accounts. So, right when he was in jail and he was still posting on his social media page, the feds had his social media accounts at that time. So a lot of people who were still sending messages and threats and all that to Tekashi through Treyway's page, they were sending it to a profile that was ran and controlled by the feds at the time. So with all that going on, now you got Shadi, who's done told on Fu. Fu is sitting in a jail cell trying to think of, okay, do I call their bluff or not? Well, what it comes down to is not. We couldn't call their bluff because at the end of the day, if they brought Fu to trial on anything other than that Barclay shooting, it would open the door for other people to be questioned or names to be brought in to this investigation. Fu, being a responsible criminal, he took his lick. I'm going to take this charge. I'm going to keep Shadi and off the stand from telling on me, period. Because if they tell on me, it's going to open the door for other people to get indicted and other people to get arrested. And it also would put Mel in a very bad situation because of his relationship with Fu. So Fu took his charge. He ran with it. Now, everybody's sitting back saying, you know, Shadi ain't telling, where's the paperwork? The paperwork exists. But because this is not a state case, and a lot of you guys that are talking only had state trouble, or you only had city trouble or county trouble, you don't understand the ramifications of a federal case. A federal case is different. These guys already know what they know before they come see you. They already know who you can hurt, who can be hurt, and they act accordingly to that. So, like I said, a lot of people with this case are just confused at how it's going on. But Shadi told, there is no way around it. I don't care what nobody says. You can hate me for what I'm saying. It's the truth. And come January, once they finally sentence 6ix9ine, all of this is going to be public information. And when all this public information come out, I want every hater to personally go on your personal websites and your personal pages, and I want all y'all to personally apologize to Fubanga. I want personal apologies to myself, and I want personal apologies sent to Jack Frost, because Frost is not behind what's being said. He is a messenger of what's being said. Now, what I will say is there are some people who have given Frost bad information, and Frost may have put it out there to the world, but he ain't putting it out there as bad information. He is putting it out there as facts that somebody has brought to him that is of good character and somebody who should know or may be involved in a situation. So when he puts that out there, he's speaking honestly. He's not trying to guide a narrative. He's not trying to mislead the public. He is trying to get the information out there. Now, like I said, you have people who have given him bad information. You even got people who have given him bad information trying to get him to put the information out, which could lead to his demise. But you got people who hate him. So those haters will do anything to hurt him. So you got to be careful about what you listen to when it comes to people talking about this case, because this case is way beyond what people think it is. And another thing is, a lot of people should know this. Bryce only speaks about the Fubanga side of the case. I don't speak about nothing else, even though I may know or may not know. I don't speak about it because to me, that is not my business. So a lot of people have been inboxing me about Mel. Don't ask me about Mel. Don't ask me about no Crippy. Don't ask me about none of these guys. If you want to ask me something, you ask me about Fubanga. That's it. And that's basically what's going on right now. Fubanga took 7 years. He's in good spirits. He's feeling good. He's not mad. He's heartbroken that he was betrayed by somebody he trusted. And that's what it comes down to. You know, when my brother called me and told me what was going on back in May the 6th, when he contacted me May the 6th, and we sat and we talked and he broke down what was going on, let me tell you something. That man was heartbroken. He wasn't mad. He wasn't envious. He wasn't malicious. He was heartbroken. And then him being heartbroken, he spoke the truth. He spoke his heart. He told me, hey, man, this is what the paperwork says. This is what's going on. This is what Shotty said. This is what such and such said. Yo, they are trying to make me the shooter for NTG, and they are trying to make me this bad guy.
I want to point something out. I want to just real quick. I want to just say something. No, I don't want to say something. I'm gonna ask you a question. So basically, as we all know, 6ix9ine that whole entire summer was going crazy with trying to have beef with everybody in Los Angeles, everybody in Chicago, everybody in Houston, right? Yeah. But that was after the Barclay situation, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So the Barclay situation happened first, and then after the Barclay situation is when 6ix9ine started going on the internet talking crazy to all of these gang members.
I mean, at this point, you got the notorious Food Banger banging for you in your corner. Once a lot of people know who Food Banger is. So once you got people like Food Banger that's taking that stance for you, you got a whole lot of people that went step back and was like, yo, that dude protected.
Copy. Once again, I don't care what nobody say, Treyway is the best security in hip hop. I say that to say big jokes, but I mean honestly, these guys are the best security in hip hop, man. That shit was crazy. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, so that's the Food Banger situation. Shotty gave them pertinent information that was going to help them condemn him, and that's just what it comes down to. So, like I said, everybody want to see paperwork. This is what I'm going to start saying to you guys. I don't care about you saying that there's no paperwork, because at the end of the day, you guys want to know. We know. You only dispute when I say because you mad because you're not in the circle. You mad because you're not in the loop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Frost?
Yeah, I'm 100% with you.
They mad. They mad because they're not in the loop. You trying to discredit what I'm saying because you mad that I'm in the loop. You mad that I'm who I am. You mad that I'm a part of what I'm a part of. You mad that you can't be me. So you can hate me because you can't be me. Most people that say they don't F with me, it's because they can't F with me. And that's what it really comes down to. And like I say, this, I'm not throwing shots at nobody. But at the end of the day, there's a whole lot of people throwing shots and they throwing duds. Y'all dudes is playing with rubber bullets. Y'all dudes is shooting off water guns because all you're doing is wetting my shirt up. And all I'm doing is going to change my shirt. And that's just the real about it. So everybody who has a problem with what's going on or what's being said, you address me on that. Don't address Jack Frost. Because Jack Frost can only go by what he's told or the information he gathers. Come to somebody that's talking from experience. Talk to somebody that's connected to a person that took 7 years on a 3-year charge and why he did it. So now that that's clear and y'all know what's going on, y'all know the story of what's really going on, the actual factuals, what questions y'all got? So we can move on, so we can get even further into this conversation. Are there any questions right now?
All right. Anybody got questions? Throw questions. I'm only I told them to put the questions up. But I just so we can be clear, because I really, really want to be clear about this. I want people to really be clear about this. Food Banger saw the paperwork with Shotty's name on it, is what you are saying.
Yeah. If you read the minutes, it tells you. It was presented to his attorney, which was presented to him, but he could only view it, could not have it in his possession. It was to be put in the vault after it was viewed. So the paperwork exists, but Food Banger does have his motion of discovery, and it's partially, I think it's partially redacted, maybe. I'm not sure. But it's to a point to whereas he can't go to the cell next door and be like, hey, man, the next time you go to the yard, if you see Shotty, look at this paperwork, go ahead and handle it. That's not a situation that can happen. And that's why he's not allowed to have that paperwork.
Copy. I want to show y'all real quick what Bryce is talking about. Actually, I just put it up on the screen like 2 minutes ago, and it was basically the paperwork showing that. Let me make sure I get it. It was the paperwork showing that the paperwork does exist, but Fubanga is not personally allowed to have it. This is the.
All right. So somebody said, "Do you dislike Shotty?" Do I personally dislike Shotty? No, I don't dislike him at all. I dislike what he did. I have a hatred for Shotty because you took from me my brother from the street. You took my brother from me. You put my brother in a cage where he don't belong being at. You took my brother who changed his life, got away from the streets, and we was doing something positive. Then you misled my brother into telling him and to giving him a false dream of a big money situation within the Treyway organization. You use my brother. So no, I don't dislike Shotty. I have a hatred for Shotty. Shotty disrespected Miss Treyway. He disrespected Kevin Boy Foy. He disrespected Miss Treyway's mother. He's a disrespectful person. I hate the fact that of what he did. I hate what he stands for. I don't dislike him. I have a hatred. Let's get that clear. I don't want nobody to misinterpret how I feel. Period.
Somebody says, Bryce, what's your thoughts on Tashia defending Shotty?
She's a female. She might have some type of feelings for him, you know, and you never know what kind of situation they got going on. I don't take females defending these guys. I take it with a grain of salt because you are not in the system. You, as a female, has never been through the system like a man has been through the system. She is going by probably what Shotty is telling her. And if she's speaking directly with Shotty, then Shotty's going to give her the story that he needs her to spin.
Fair enough. That's a fact.
But Shotty himself, let me tell you something. Shotty got access to call out. He calls his family. He could get a three-way phone call out. Man, Shotty ain't calling out because Shotty don't want to go on one of these social media platforms and somebody call in and they check him. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real about it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not mad at Tashia. Keep doing what you're doing. But at the end of the day, you're going to look real stupid in the end. And the only person that you're hurting is yourself.
Somebody says, do you know how many years did you know Fool?
I've known Fool longer than 10 years. Probably longer than 15. I've known Fool a long time. Like, I'm from Madison. I'm from the block that Treyway started on. You know, the people who started Treyway, those are my little homies, my little cousins, my little partners. When Miss Treyway and I was in kindergarten, I was probably in the fifth or sixth grade, about to go to junior high school. You know, Miss Treyway's older brother who lost his life, rest in peace, Shane, he raised me up. I came up under him. Seiko Billy's dad, Darren, I came up under him. Those are my big homies. So, you know, where I fall into place as like Mel, Kev, those are the little partners. But when I say it, I'm not saying it like the dude Snow Billy say it. I'm saying it in respect. Those are my little partners. You know?
With that being said,
Otto,
yeah,
that's my Billy Otto. That's nephew.
With that being said, I want to give a shout out to Seiko Billy. Go check out his songs on all media platforms. I think he has a song called Lingo out. He has another song called Billy Dat, and he has another song called Crooks. Go check it out. I like all of the songs. Shout out to Seiko Billy. All right, so I ain't mean to interrupt you. I just want to send those shout outs out since you spoke on him, and I actually do like his music. And I met the dude, and he's a pretty humble dude. On top of that, I would love to do some stuff with him in the future. Work.
Let me tell you something. Seiko is the victim right now. Seiko is a victim of people with bad intentions. Man, Seiko is the most laid back person. Seiko is the type of person he'll give you the clothes off his back if he got to.
I got that impression.
Seiko will go out there and do what he got to do to help you if he had to.
I got that impression when I met him. That's a fact. He's look like, I don't know what to tell you. When I met Seiko Billy one time, I got that impression. He didn't come off to me like he was a snake. He didn't come off to me like a clown or nothing. Just He about whatever his business is about. He's a pretty laid back guy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the impression I got. It's fact. That's a fact. And then I asked him some shit, and he was like, you know, I could ask him whatever, but you know, as long as it's in protocol, like he's not gonna do anything that's gonna mess up the team. So you gotta respect that. Somebody that's not gonna do shit that's gonna fuck the team up. That's a fact.
And but you gotta understand, we all of us are trained to go like that. We might. I'm even be the devil's advocate for a second. We might even protect somebody who doesn't need to be protected because of protocol. And I will say that because of protocols, there are certain people who will be protected even in this situation. There might be one or two people who might have did something bad that's still going to be protected in this situation. See, it comes down to your character and your track record. One mistake could end your career, depending on how in depth the dynamic of that mistake is.
So somebody asks, does Shotty have respect for the non-trade blood? Have respect in the non-trade blood still? The only reason why I stopped you on that answer is because me and you know something specifically. And you more than answered that question, and I don't want you to say something. I know you're not gonna, because you're you, but believe me, you answered that question, especially with me knowing what you're talking about. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know, there's a lot of things like, so you know, there are some things that these other guys are saying that are true. But see, when you say 5% truth and 95% lies, you're 100% lying. And that's just a fact. 1% lie corrupts everything. That's just like if you had a cup of water. If I put one drop of ink in that water, you're not going to drink it no more. The water's contaminated. And that's what this situation is like. You know, but I mean, at the end of the day, everybody is all caught up in this Treyway situation. But nobody thinks about the lives that are getting ruined behind closed doors, man. Like, there are people in pain. You got mothers who got their kids in a cage that might not come home for the next 15 years. You got little kids that ain't gonna see their fathers for probably next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Who knows? You know, so those are the people that's affected by this. The people in jail ain't affected. These dudes are hardened criminals. This is what we do. We get in trouble, we go to jail, we do what we do, and that's what it is. Well, in my case, what I used to do, you know, I'm retired. I can say I'm retired. I'm definitely focused on my company right now, more so now than ever.
I think he just answered your question, Kerry, when you asked, did Shotty, and what's up, Richella? When you asked, did Shotty still, was he still respected in Treyway? I think that's what he was trying to answer when he says there's people saying 5% truth and 95% lies. Was that what you was answering?
Yeah, well, yeah, but to her question is, like, to be exact, I can't tell you how non-trade feel about it. That's how they feel. You know, I'm not a part of that conversation right there, so that's not a conversation that I can give you an answer on. In my opinion, the people that I am affiliated with don't respect him. They don't got no love for him. I can't speak about everybody else. Mel is definitely standing tall. Listen, Mel 10 toes down. That dude been to jail before. He ain't scared of that. These dudes, I'm gonna tell you, like, these dudes, the only people that's scared of jail are these dudes that's talking loud and saying nothing.
I want to point something.
The loudest person in the room is always the weakest person in the room. The loudest person in the courtroom is always the person telling behind closed doors.
I want to point something out real quick. I don't know how accurate this is. Tell me how accurate this might be. If you noticed, after Shotty decided to have his court date changed, everybody else followed suit. Could they just be not wanting to go to court before Shotty? Because everybody knows Shotty is talking?
And you know what? I've been running that through my mind, and that is a strong possibility because everybody that supposedly Shotty's telling on, if they don't take a plea deal, then he's going to come to court. The only thing that doesn't make sense with that is everybody's already started taking the plea deals, so it wouldn't matter.
That's a fact.
It wouldn't matter right now. They've already taken their plea deals. They've already pled guilty to what they're going to plead guilty to. I think it's more of a strategy. That's a lawyer's strategy. They're buying time for something. They might have some information that they might be trying to bring out at the last minute. Who knows? But there are still, like everybody's saying, only 2 people left. There's still about 5 people who have yet to take plea deals or get indicted, in my opinion. And, you know, like I said, you know, everybody, like I've had a lot of people hit me up. You want to start funny for us?
What's up?
Yesterday, I had somebody hit me up and was like, yo, I will cash up you $1,000 if you tell me who the other person is. I job you not.
You about to get somebody killed, nigga. Don't get
went on my page. Hence why I went on my page and put up a video like, hey, man, I just bought a townhouse 5 days ago. And yesterday, I just went out and put down on another one.
Yo, people don't understand how easily...
That was my response to that $1,000.
People don't understand how easily an individual can get hurt when a credible source is putting out information. You have to be responsible. So that's why I always tell y'all, there's certain things that I won't talk on unless it's already out there in the ether. If somebody else brings it out, or if it drops somehow, or it becomes public knowledge, then I'll speak on it. But that's why sometimes you see me hold information, because I don't want to be the reason why some information comes out, and who am I to determine somebody needs to get injured? You understand what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of times you'll see me hold on to information, and y'all get mad at me, and y'all be like, Frost is doing that thing again. Yeah, because I'm not talking about certain things. Who knows? The guy that wanted the guy that wanted him to tell him who to do was to cash app him that money or whatever. Who knows what he was going to use that information for, what purposes. Yo, what's up, y'all? Because y'all hit that like button. How we got like 300 people in here and we don't even have 200 likes? Could y'all hit that like button for me, please?
Y'all playing, y'all say. Go ahead and hit that like button. Y'all know y'all like Mr. Bryce on the air. Y'all know y'all like my style. Y'all like my swag. Y'all like how I puts it down. Come on now. Show Bryce some look. Can I see some likes? Can I get some likes up here? What's going on?
Okay, come on.
Hell yeah, Eric. 1K to spill the beans. He'd have said 100,000. I might have told him.
If he would have said 100,000, I mean, I don't know what I would have been like. I would have been pacing. I would have been like, okay, plane tickets is.
Hell no. Nah. I would have took $100,000 and I'd have took about 10,000 to the gun store afterwards.
I would have been
for real.
I would have been opening up a business somewhere. Let me stop this shit. I don't know, because I always think about investing, but you thinking about protecting your whatever it is that you got. So you know what I'm saying. That's I just want to point something out. That's usually the type of people that you need to go in business with. People who specialize in things that you don't specialize in. Therefore, y'all always need, or should I say, everybody is an asset.
Oh, definitely everybody's an asset. Like I will tell you, I gotta thank you again too, Frost, man. You know, I've been having a lot of people hit me up about the music business and about my working with the music business, and it's kind of funny and whatnot because I've been around for a very long time.
I didn't see your question, Kashana. Could you put it up again? I didn't see your question. Well, yeah. Look, at the end of the day, right? It usually goes like this. So I'll have people on the program and we'll rock on the program for a couple of weeks. And during that couple of weeks or couple of days where you're rocking on the program, it's up to you to push whatever it is that you have. You understand what I'm saying? You can't look for me to sell you. You have to sell you. I'm giving individuals the platform to do whatever they're doing.
Hey, listen, and I definitely know how to sell myself.
Yeah, so like sometimes, no disrespect, and I'm not throwing shots at nobody, but it's not up to me to say. I can't sell you. Only you can sell you. All I could do is give you the platform to sell you on.
Yeah, but like I say, I do want to say, Fumanga do have a new song coming out soon. It's called Eastside. It's called Eastside with a remix called Eastside West Side. It's coming out very soon. It's about to drop. We're gonna debut it on BBNNETWORK because that's what Fu wanted. So we definitely got that coming. and it's about to go down. Fu is in a good mindset. He's in a good place right now. Kuda B is in a good place from what I understand. They bunking together. Everything is copacetic, and that's how I personally know that Kuda B ain't telling, because they put him with Fu Banger. So him and Fu talking, and him and Fu are sharing the same information. The same person that told on Fu told on Kuda. So if Fu saying that this person told on him, and they got Kuda bunked with Fu, and Kuda saying the same person told on him, then who told? The person they say telling.
Now check this out. Hold on, check this out. I dropped a video a while back saying that basically I wasn't saying that Shotty told on Kuda, but I was basically saying I don't think 6ix9ine did it. And the only other person that was involved in the whole shenanigans with them exchanging of money was Shotty. So one of the three people had to have talked. So this just proves another point in which I've said.
This is what I'm gonna say. Because somebody asked me, could I clear one of my big partners? He said, "Yo, he wanted me to clear up something as best as I can." This is what I'm gonna say about 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine was a stand-up dude for a very long time, in my opinion. That dude held it in the road a long time. But he's not from this environment. Like, he adapted to the environment so well that he was willing to throw everything away to keep his reputation of being a solid stand-up dude. Now, when you got situations that come into play, whereas you got a dude that you trust, a dude that you call your family, had around your moms and your brothers, your sisters, brought them around your kids. This person sleeping with your girl, stealing money from you, and then has the nerve to have a phone conversation about getting rid of you. Man, that little dude was between a rock and a hard place. He had no choices. But see, I'm gonna tell you something. He didn't snitch. In my opinion, he didn't snitch on his own. He was forced. The feds forced that out of him, because they threatened him with sending him to jail for a whole bunch of crimes that he was involved in. He was involved in these crimes not because he would have went out there and did it himself. That dude went out there doing that by himself. He needed somebody who was capable and credible that was already doing that to have done that. So in my opinion, 6ix9ine is definitely a rat. But he was forced to tell. Now, on his behalf, he got to live with that, because he is no longer a stand-up dude, because he allowed for the situation to dictate how he was going to react. 6ix9ine, honestly, he was supposed to say, you know what? I did that. I'm with that. We're going to trial. You got to prove it. I'm not going to tell on my homeboys. Even though your homeboys turned on you, he was never supposed to tell on them. If anything, he was supposed to took it to the streets. And that's as far as I'm going to go with that.
All right,
he was never supposed to tell that.
So a couple of people want to know how Fu and Hall feel about Shotty snitching on them. You basically already said how Fu feels. Fu feels betrayed. Like, you already explained that. But do you know how Hall feels about the situation?
I think Hall might feel like knocking him out of fucking patakies again. Pardon my language.
For everybody that
knock his patakies off again.
For everybody that don't know, Hall allegedly, but really knocked Shotty out. And basically the way that it was explained to me is, you ever seen Charlie Brown when he goes to kick the football and his shoes go flying? That's how it was explained to me. So shout out to all of that stuff happening. Oh man.
So I get in Hall, I think in Hall's opinion, Hall is mad. Hall is more than Hall, but Hall mad. I don't know like that, but Hall mad. Because like I said, Harvey, I'm tell you something, Harvey even know himself. And I don't know this is a fact, but I'm kind of sure Harvey know himself. Hey man, 6ix9ine know who I am. So if 6ix9ine seen me take him and kidnap him and do that, and 6ix9ine didn't tell on it when it happened or after it happened, then 6ix9ine didn't give me up. 6ix9ine is a pawn. 6ix9ine is being used. His name is being used. If y'all dudes go to trial, he's going to testify. And he is going to testify if you go to trial because he's not trying to sit in jail for 20 years. And that's basically what it came down to. Any other questions?
Actually, I think you a lot of people are talking about a lot of stuff. I'm not, and you know what questions you ask, we're not answering. We're not.
I'm looking at. I got my laptop.
Yeah,
open,
but
so
there's
I'm kind of reading them.
but there's certain things that I really don't want to, because you said something. But there's certain things I don't really want to dwell on because that's not what this is about. You know what I'm talking about.
We definitely not dwelling. Yeah, that's why I told you we're gonna put the story. We're gonna put it to them how it is. And they can make their own decisions on what they believe, what they don't believe, or how they feel.
Well,
but the facts is going to remain the same.
Why would people, I got a question for you. Why would people pretend that the paperwork, even after seeing certain paperwork, why would people pretend that the paperwork is being, this is a better question. Am I interpreting the paperwork correctly from what you've seen?
You are giving a great interpretation of the paperwork.
Because I'm curious. I just want to make sure, because I don't want to put out bad information. So that's why I'm asking. Is the way that I'm interpreting the paperwork appropriate, or basically the way that the paperwork should be interpreted from what you've seen, your opinion? I don't know if you just don't want to answer the same question twice again, or if he didn't hear me. Hey, Bryce, you there? Wow, he might have actually still been talking, and I think they shut him off. We're going to call Bryce back. That's gonna be for a different day. I don't think that we could actually. It's a long story. That's gonna probably be for a different day, if you don't mind. Let's get Bryce in here. What up? You there? I can't hear Bryce. I don't know what the problem is. Hey, yo, Bryce, you can hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, hold on. There's something going on with my speaker. It just stopped working. I don't know what the fuck. Hold on, I'm gonna turn this.
Hey, listen, they working hard. They're working double time today. Tell you, they working overtime today.
All right, you there?
I'm here.
Copy. All right, so why do you think people that was saying we got to show them paperwork are now trying to discredit the paperwork after they've shown the paperwork?
Because at this point, now everything they said looks like bullshit.
Can you elaborate?
Because right now they have to defend their position. You're bringing out evidence that goes against what they're saying. So now people have to defend their position of what they said. Instead of just folding and saying, you know what? I don't know. I might be wrong, so I'm going to sit back and wait. They argue it. It's a defense mechanism. They're being defensive. That's why I don't feed into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hold on. Sorry about that. I had to run into the other room. You can't see I'm not. You be looking right at the camera, man. You can't see I'm not in front of the computer.
Oh, no. I actually had to step away because I had dropped my phone. I had to change the phone.
Oh, all right. I stepped away for a minute myself. All right, so because I just want to be clear on that, because I'm just me talking from a me standpoint. I don't think I've been I don't think I've been speaking incorrectly as far as the paperwork is concerned. I thought that I've been pretty accurate with it. So
no, you got it on point. You're interpreting it right. Let me tell you something. You got people that's mad that you have access to what you got access to, and they don't have access. But it's the difference between journalism and blogging.
that's a fact. No disrespect.
A blogger's gonna do what he can get. Journalists go out there and find the facts.
And no disrespect to anybody that blogs. Let's just so we can be clear. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody that blogs, nor am I trying to make it seem like a journalist is better than a blogger, or a blogger is better than a journalist. I just personally think that they're two different things, and there's nothing wrong with either.
It's the difference between going to school and learning at YouTube University. That's the difference. You know, when you take on journalism, there are rules to reporting.
That's a fact.
Bloggers don't live by those same rules or the same code of ethics. You know, a journalist has to be unbiased at all times. It don't matter how you feel about the story, you still have to report it how it is. Bloggers are opinionated. They pick a side and they
say that again. Yo, you can hear me? What the fuck, yo? How am I gonna let the guy talk if they freaking cut him off? Oh, you say it to the feds. My fault. I apologize. I apologize about that. I apologize about that.
Hello?
Yeah, we kicking. Yeah, what up? My fault. I don't know what just happened. You just absolutely went off, and we're kicking that person that said that they're a family member. We don't know what the hell you are. You might be out here just talking crazy, so we're gonna hit you in the face with your bags. Now finish what you're saying.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We don't know whether you know what's going on with that particular information. You just don't come on here and say shit. If you want to contact me behind the scenes, prove who you are, then come in here and say random shit. I'm not gonna say nothing. Like I had the individual who wanted to come on and talk about Shotty wasn't snitching, right?
All right, I'm back.
Then all of a sudden I can't get in contact with her no more. So shout out to you. Now what you were saying?
All right, you know what I'm saying? So like I was saying about, you know, people just gotta understand, like, these bloggers are not wrong. They're just opinionated. And when you're dealing with situations like this, opinions should not be in place. Only the facts.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know. So now that we got that out the way, and that's clear, and everybody knows what the situation is. So I don't care what blog site you watch, what you listen to. When they talking about food, I want y'all all to come back to this video, and I want y'all to listen to this video carefully, and then I want y'all to compare notes. And who sounds more credible? The person that's involved with the person that's in trouble, or somebody that don't even know the person in trouble?
And coincidentally, might have also add, like, he knows Fu 10, 15 years. I've spoken to Fu physically on the phone more than once. I would think, just by chance, I would think, I just don't like that name. You got to go. Anybody that comes in here with that name is getting kicked, period. I just don't like the name. Anybody comes in here with the name Dev, they're getting kicked, period. So I've spoken to Fu personally. You've known Fu for over 15 years, 10 to 15 years. How can somebody who has never spoken with this individual try to tell somebody who's actually spoken to the individual something about the person?
I got a better question. How can a person who never met a person discredit a person that gets money with a person. When you get money with a person, it's more intimate. You know what I'm saying? The relationships is different. Like, y'all dudes don't know Fu. Y'all only know what you heard about Fu. And a lot of stuff you heard about Fu might be real. It might be true. It might be fabricated. It might be something that's overrated. You don't know because you don't know Fu. And then that's my thing. Like, everybody want to talk about Fu, but you don't know him. Because if you knew Fu, then you would sit back and be like, you know what? The reputation for him.
Whenever Stoner puts the N-word up, just don't let it go through. He know he ain't supposed to do that. Don't block him, no. Don't hit him with his bags. Just don't let the thing go through. He probably just want me to see it. I think he be trying to have personal conversations with me that the rest of the chat can't see because he do that shit all the time. I'm dead serious. I think Stoner just be trying to have personal conversations with me. Yeah, yo. I don't know what to tell you. They just cut you out like crazy, yo.
Hey, listen. Tell them why they mad, son. Tell them why they mad. Tell them why they mad, son. Tell them why they mad. I'm gonna tell you something. Do you notice when you online and we talking bullshit, they don't disrupt us? Nope. But when we talking this real shit, they disrupt us?
That's a fact.
Because I'm gonna tell you something. Them alphabet boys is watching. They waiting for a person to say the wrong thing. Like, they probably sitting there waiting for me to say the other.
Just so we're clear, nobody is saying the other name. Nobody is hinting to the other name. Nobody is talking about the other name. We've already previously spoken on this, and this is not something that we are going to do on this channel. We're not putting out the other name. If somebody guesses,
your call has been forwarded to an.
If somebody guesses the other name, I'm not even going to tell them if they guessed appropriately. Just so everyone knows, we are not talking about the other name at all over here. I did not ignore you, Dino Love. Did I ignore you? When I ignored you, you dropped the, I don't know what happened. There's so much going on right now. If I ignored you, I apologize. Yo, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Don't even talk about that other name. We're not talking about the other name. Just so everybody could be clear on this. Let our live happen. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to. I think the guest is just, it's gonna be a wrap for the guest today. They just not letting it happen. They just not gonna let it happen. They just not gonna let it happen. There's nothing we can do about it. They just not gonna let it happen. Let me text them. Something is not gonna let it happen. That's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. He's trying to get in this way. Yeah. And they cut him off immediately. Yo, I'm going to turn my phone off and on and see if that works. Let's try that. Let me start this bitch. Yeah, that's crazy. He's still going to be on the cell phone even if I call on the landline. I still got a landline. I got two of them. I literally got two landlines. That's a fact. Yeah, we got to get a Discord up. I got to get somebody to help me get a Discord up. Once again, who was the first people calling 6ix9ine a rat? Who was the first people calling 6ix9ine a rat? Think about that. Who was the first people calling 6ix9ine a rat? Nope. His team wasn't the first people calling 6ix9ine a rat. Yo, I turned my phone on and off again, and hopefully you see what the fuck was gonna go on with that. There go Bryce right here, looking sharp as shit to stay. He's like, yeah. Hold on, we can't hear you. Hold on. Yo, we can't hear you. Hold on. You can't hear. They're not letting the voice go through. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, hold on. Let's try this one more time. They cut you off immediately, yo. That shit was crazy. Let's try that. All right,
You hear me?
we can hear you now. You gotta turn that feedback is killing us though. Look at BriceGang.
Hey, my bad. Hey, listen. It is not a game. Like I was saying, it's not a game. So this is what we're gonna do for you. For all you agents watching, we're gonna change the topic. We're gonna change the subject for a second. All right, we're gonna change the subject. Y'all boys, sit back and calm down. You alphabet boys, be cool, man. Listen, Dunkin' Donuts is open right now. They got coffee, they got crullers, they got everything you want right now. Just chill.
Somebody said it might be my Bluetooth.
Hey, Frost.
So what up?
Hey, nah, because they cutting down my landline.
Oh! Even the
I was
landline.
on the landline the whole time.
He was on the landline when we called.
I'm on the landline.
Look, show everybody.
I'm on the landline. I ain't on the cell phone. That's real. Listen. That's how you know that BriceGang CEO is the truth. That's how you know I am who I say I am. Them alphabet boys don't even like me. They want to shut me up too. But that's what it is. We ain't mad at that. We're gonna keep it pushing because BriceGang Music Group keeps it pushing. We don't bend, we don't fold, and we really don't break. So we take our lick. That's what we do.
Okay. Yo, so I can't keep holding my arm like that and shit. I mean, I still got my workout to do later. But check this out. So he was on because somebody kept saying, yo, what about Punch? You wanna discuss Punch for a second? Just because I'm curious. What was his thing he had going on with these guys, or no? Oh, okay, we gotta take.
Punch, from what I understand, he's a loyal dude, but he's loyal to a person that hasn't done him wrong.
Copy.
So in his defense, and DJ Punch, I ain't got nothing against you. In your defense, what you don't know, you know what I'm saying? You didn't know. So he's being loyal like he's supposed to be. He just didn't know.
All right, shout out to Punch.
And that's what it comes down to.
Shout out to Punch. That's respect. That makes sense.
No, he ain't know. That dude didn't know, man. But what else they want? What else they want to know? Hey, ask me questions about me.
Okay, first of all, hold on. I got a question. I have an actual question. When are you gonna send me some videos to put up of your artists?
Oh, I definitely got some coming. In fact, I'll send you some today. We got SMG Rada, and his name on Instagram is Rada Aduya. I got Mrs. Corny. She's like one of the hottest dancehall R&B artists out right now. She's from Philly. Her mixtape is actually online. You can get it. Moods, not genres. It's hot. Blowing them out the water. I managed the producer Calfani McKenzie, who gave Shinsia, the new artist Shinsia. He's behind Shinsia. He's behind Ding Dong. We've worked with Sean Paul, Shaggy, Tommy Lee Sparta,
Lady Saw, Sizzler, Elephant Man, Beanie Man, Tracy Moet, which is one of my artists. Tracy Moet got new music coming out. She's a dancehall artist that's on fire. We got Dirty Product. You know, he in the wings right now, working on his new project. It's called The Crack Era.
Okay.
You know, he's doing a 80s based mixtape. It's called The Crack Era, taking it back to real lyrics.
Copy. I want to say something real quick. Sonny Blanco says, tell the homie Sonny Blanco said, what up? Look, I'll just show you.
What up, Sonny Blanco?
You know him?
I've seen him before. I've seen him in posts before.
All right. He wanted to say what's up.
So,
right.
You know, like, listen, we got that, you know, and a lot of people ask me about business. You know, we got Billy That Vodka, inspired by Seiko Billy. We got the Billy That Vodka.
Okay.
We got, you know, I'm 1/3 owner and president of Dipset DJs LLC. Big shouts out to Cameron Giles, man. That's a respectable dude. Like, you know, there was a lot of tension and turmoil when that transition was going down.
Yeah.
But I want to say that Cam kept it up. Cam is a stand-up dude to me because Cam could have took it a lot of different ways of how the deal was going through. But Cam stood like a G, you know what I'm saying? And Cam kept it 100,000. I respect Cameron Giles all the way to the fullest.
Shout out to Cam
For even allowing us to have Dipset DJs LLC and run with it.
Copy.
No respect to that dude.
Shout out to Vic Star with the donation. She said, shout out to Frost, BriceGang, and all the BBN community. Hit the like button, show support. Peace and love to all. Back to work. Thanks, baby girl. Enjoy your day. You already know we love you. I don't know. Somebody keeps saying, Jack, you family with the Frost out in the back? No, I'm not. Big Kev and his brother. No, I'm not. I'm not related to anybody on Love and Hip Hop. Shout out to them dudes, though. And we're not.
Shout out to the Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah. We don't know anything about.
Shout out to up there in Canada, man. You know what I'm saying? And I hope things go well for Jewels, and I hope he get out of jail, come home, and get back to doing what he do, man. You know what I'm saying? My prayers go out to the boy Joel Santana, man. You know, he in a bad situation.
It's a fact.
Big ups to him. Why isn't Jim Jones involved in all of this since he pushes? Jim Jones ain't involved in all of this because Jim Jones is smart. Jim Jones a businessman. And Jim Jones ain't about to throw all his stuff away playing with some ignorant street dudes. That's the
We're not connected to the jump off. As soon as he started talking about Jim Jones, it got cut. As soon as he started talking about Jim Jones, we got cut. As soon as we start talking about Jim Jones, we got cut. That was crazy. As soon as you start talking about Jim Jones, we got cut. Yo, we're about to close out anyway.
All right. So before we go, I just want to say a few things. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I would like to send a big shout out to my artists, JVC Tweet, No Feelings, it's out there. Miss Corny, Moves Not Genres, it's out there. Billy That Vodka is about to come back even stronger. You know, the Red Label project is on its way, where I got blood sets from all around the country to submit songs on one compilation to show brotherly love and show that we doing music and we ain't out there committing crimes no more. And that's a part of like the Seeds of Malcolm X movement. And we got a lot going on. So, you know, if you follow BriceGang CEO, you're gonna see what Bryce got going on. You know, I'm a funny character sometimes, but I ain't nothing to be played with.
Copy. I appreciate you, my brother.
One more thing I want to say. If you tired of people taking your money, not giving you what you're supposed to get,
promising you things in the industry that they can't even promise themselves. If you tired of the CEO and executive producer all hugged up on your baby mama, all stealing money out your bag, you know, got you out there saying things you ain't supposed to be saying, got you acting like how you ain't supposed to be acting, then come to BriceGang. You know what I'm saying? Because at BriceGang, listen, when we up, we up. When we down, we down. And one thing Bryce ain't gonna never do is take the stand on his artist. And his artist is never gonna take the stand on him because we stand as a team. We fall together, we rise together. Come to BriceGang. Forget these other dudes. You know how you know I'm the truth? I got Food Banger, the old English deal for their website for a whole year.
Copy.
And they didn't even know, and Food Banger wasn't even known back then.
Wow.
Play with BriceGang, man. You know, come to BG. BMG is the gang. You heard? BMG. BriceGang, man.
Let's get it. Yo, appreciate you for coming on the show today, my brother, as usual. Great information.
I already told you. Listen, Frost, we about to take this BBN thing to a whole new level.
Sounds like a plan.
You know, listen. You know what? How I see our relationship, Frost? No, you are to BMG right now with academics. What's the 6ix9ine?
Okay.
Only difference is we ain't doing the bull. You know, Bryce ain't out there trolling. Bryce out there trying to bring the people to a understanding that it's money to be made. And if you put your hardest effort down, you can get that money. Get that money.
That sounds like a plan. That's a fact.
Oh, we about to take it to a whole new level. You know what I'm saying? Because we stabbing and improving the BBN network.
That's what it is.
Because at the end of the day, even when you're wrong, you're right. You just don't realize why you're wrong. I'm going to let you ponder on that. But even when you're wrong, you're right. But you just don't know why you're wrong. And that's what makes you right. You know, because you don't know why you're wrong, it's not malicious. You honestly don't know. People feeding you bad information, you think they're legit. You honestly don't know. So when a person lies to you, they're not lying to you. They're lying to themselves. Because when you share it with somebody else, you're sharing it as the truth. You're going to come across somebody that knows the truth, and they're going to tell you that's a lie, where you get that from. And then you're going to tell them where you got it from, and that person becomes the liar. So when they lie to you, they're not lying to you, they're lying to themselves.
That's a fact. Appreciate you, my brother.
Always set us free. But you know, I do got to get to the office. I ain't even put my tie on yet. I ain't even brushed my head and put my tie on yet, man. But I had to come here and speak to the people, let the people know, man. Hey, stop coming at Jack Frost, man, about the Food Banger situation. Because when it comes to the Food Banger situation, he on key and on point. Because when it comes to the Food Banger situation, he got me behind him back in his play on that. Everybody else, I can't speak on. But when it comes to that Food Banger, hey, when it comes to BriceGang and Food Banger, 1,000%, 100,000. That means he got it all. You know, he not 100 like you dudes, because you dudes are $99,900 short of having a whole lifestyle that works. You dig?
I'm gonna holler at you later, my brother.
We out. BriceGang in the building. Hey, listen, hey, when I leave right here, Frost, you know what I'm saying? Get it. You know what I'm saying? Get in their chest. You know what I'm saying? We make dudes bleed. You know what I'm saying? We don't bend, we don't break, we don't fold. BriceGang.
Later. That one was actually good. Yo, look. Before we go out, I want everybody to go check Do That on all major streaming platforms. Cushly, Do That. Go check it out. It's actually a song that goes to this book right here, Lady in Red, that was written by my people's Tilsa Wright. Go check out Do That on all major streaming platforms. Cushly. There's a lot of things that can be said about what he just basically put us onto. And like I told y'all before, Fubanger saw the paperwork. After seeing the paperwork, Fubanger already known. But Fubanger couldn't let people know that he saw the paperwork, so he said his lawyer told him. You understand what I'm saying? But Fubanger seen the paperwork, as BriceGang just confirmed. Fubanger seen the paperwork that BriceGang just confirmed. And then upon Fubanger seeing that paperwork, he knew Shotty was the dude talking on him. Then Fubanger is in the same dorm as Kuda B. Kuda B apparently had a couple of conversations with Fubanger, and it was confirmed that Shotty is also telling on Kuda B. So once again, I don't know. People say that I love a rat because I think that people should be fair. And if we're going to say that 6ix9ine is being a rat, and I'm not saying he's not, if we're going to say 6ix9ine is talking, and I'm not saying that he's not, then how are we going to also say, I was the first one to, you should have let that stay out there, Breezy. You should have let that stay out there, Breezy. You could write that again, Sonny. So the point in which I'm trying to make is that you have a lot of people defending Shotty. They don't know this man. They don't know this man at all. They don't know this man's body of work. They don't know nothing about this dude. They're just defending him to be defending him. Because I'm saying one thing, they want to say the opposite. So, like I said, man, like, I have people come on the program, and it seems like almost every single individual that has came on the program and has done an interview has been pointing the finger at Shotty, people that actually know Shotty. First it was Snow Billy pointed the finger at Shotty, right? Then after Snow Billy pointed the finger at Shotty, Fubanger pointed the finger at Shotty. Then after Fubanger pointed the finger at Shotty, BriceGang is also pointing the finger at Shotty. Please explain to me why everybody is saying that 6ix9ine Tekashi has been doing all of this snitching, but people just want to ignore the fact that Shotty. I personally want to know. That's all I want to know. I just personally want to know why we have 3 people come on and point the finger at Shotty, but yet we still have people defending Shotty, saying that Shotty could not have snitched. How do you know? Where are you getting this information? I'm literally getting information from the people from a person who has seen a discovery. I'm literally getting the information from a person who physically knows Shotty. One second. Carrie, why are you so determined to stop me from having the show that I'm having? Why are you so determined to try to sideline this show and have this show going in a direction that we're not even speaking on? Please answer that question for me, Carrie, before you ask another question, why it's so determinate of you that you want to make sure that what we're doing, we have to stop doing so we can have the discussion that only you want to have, and we can't have the discussion that 243 other people want to have. Please explain this to me. No, you're spamming a question. And we asked him about Jim Jones. He gave you an answer, and you're still spamming a question. That's what you're doing. That's what you're literally doing. No, she's spamming one question. She's literally doing that. What are you talking about? I'm not discussing this anymore, and if I have to discuss it again, then I'm just going to take action. I'm not going to keep discussing it. Anyway, so we have an individual that actually physically seen the paperwork where Shotty is telling on him, come on the program and say that Shotty is telling on him. We physically had Snow Billy in November come on the program and say that Shotty is telling. Now we physically have BriceGang come on the program and explain how Fubanger knows that Shotty is telling, and he's also saying that Shotty is telling. So please explain to me. Please explain to me. Please explain to me why there are so many people saying that Shotty is not telling, but these people also don't have access to people who've seen the discovery, also don't have access to people who personally know Shotty. Please explain to me, because I don't understand it. I don't understand why it's so important for everybody to hate 6ix9ine. I don't understand why that's so important. I'm not saying that 6ix9ine is not talking. I'm not saying that if they go to court, 6ix9ine is not. If anybody goes to trial, 6ix9ine is taking a stand. That's fact. That's a fact. That is, there is no question of that. I am not saying that 6ix9ine is not talking on people. I'm not saying that. I actually discuss all the time in detail about people pushing a narrative of 6ix9ine being a snitch. You know what yesterday's video was named? Just so you can see what yesterday's video was named. This is why I be thinking niggas be trolling me. What was the name of yesterday's video? This is yesterday's video. That's the name of it. What are you talking about? I haven't tried to discuss people putting out a negative. She gets one more chance. This is what happened. When you say stuff and you grab my attention, that's way easier for you to get kicked. Because now you have to make on-point comments. Your comments have to make sense. That's 2 strikes. Michael, A comes before E. Nothing. Michael is cool. Michael Ortiz is a pretty cool dude. You know, we're gonna chop it up again. Probably off camera, but we're gonna chop it up again. Michael Ortiz is a pretty cool dude. No problems with Michael Ortiz. But also you gotta understand this. It's different when you're having a conversation with somebody who is going to ignore facts than when you're having a conversation with somebody who they respect facts. I think a lot of times I get into arguments with people because they don't respect facts. They don't care what the facts are. They just want to try to figure out a way to make the person that they're having a conflict with be wrong. They don't care if, you know, what the facts are. You understand what I'm saying? So you have individuals like that facts are not important to them. They don't, like, if you hit them with a fact, they're going to ask a question that has nothing to do with what's going on because they have to try to find somewhere where you're wrong instead of just having a real conversation with you and y'all discuss the thing, whether you're right or whether you're wrong. So that's why I just kick some people sometimes, not for nothing. Because once I see that facts don't matter to you, that means that me and you can never have a real conversation. No, I'm just gonna do my job. I can't be concerned with what other people are doing. But I already told you there's gonna be a lot of people by the end of this, and this is all I'm gonna say, then we're gonna move on. But there's gonna be a lot of people by the end of this that they're gonna have to erase a lot of videos that they made. You have to go back and erase a lot of videos because they're gonna have so many videos that are just gonna be so inaccurate at that point. It's just gonna look like they're fucking crazy. So, you know, whatever. as you heard, more of the paperwork is going to be released in January, right? Maybe I got the upper hand because I know what's on a lot of the paperwork that's going to be released. So yeah, maybe I got the upper hand on people, but maybe do a better job. Danny has to be the turncoat so the gang don't look weak. That's a fact. Maybe I have the upper hand on people. That's a fact. Yeah, I don't think he should be kicking anybody. I don't think we should kick anybody while they're down. That's just what it is. Yeah, but people are coming to me with information because unlike other people, I'm not just putting out bullshit videos. Or I'm never really trying to discredit anybody. I'm just usually trying to come with whatever information that I can get and disseminate it to the masses. While there are many people that's not what their job, what that's not what they're trying to do. They're just trying to argue. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're just trying to find people to argue with. I'm not trying to find nobody to argue with. You feel me? Like, we just do different things. Yeah, so in January, certain paperwork will be let out. It's just I'm fortunate because I have cultivated communications with individuals, so I know what's on a good deal of this paperwork that will be being released in January where other people don't. Salute to the real rights. It's a fact. So I know what's on a lot of this information that's going to be coming out in January. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I guess people could ride the wave now, but you know, the image that you cultivate, the image that you create, it's just gonna allow for you to fall off even harder when it comes out that you've been making 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months of information that you've been giving to the public that is inaccurate. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, and it's also not my problem. Shout out to BriceGang for coming on. Always love it when we could get some people that are in the inner circle, or not even really in the inner circle, but know something about the topic that they could come on and try to enlighten us and give us game so we can know what's going on or whatever. So definitely shout out to BriceGang. I don't think I'm gonna have any guests tomorrow. I might. I'm not 100% sure. I'll try to get. I was trying to get somebody for tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to, but tomorrow might be a day with no guests, just so everybody know. And I might do a call in tomorrow if I can get something straight. And I'm actually not drinking Starbucks today, but I might have a call in for tomorrow morning where I'll allow people to call in and you know, voice your opinion about whatever. Shout out to Mike Jones, definitely. Shout out to the brother Mike Jones from Philly. He down there doing big things. Maybe we'll see if we can have some conversation. We could call him up. I don't know. We'll see what happened. I would love to be doing the Kuda and Fool interviews. I'll reach out to their peoples again and see if that's a possibility. Shout out to like I said, Tilsa Wright for writing this book right here, Lady in Red. Go cop it. I wish that light wasn't red dead in your way. This is Tilsa Wright's book. Go cop it. Also, go get Do That on all major streaming platforms. Go check out Do That. That's the song that goes to the book. Shout out to Kush Lee. He's actually the rapper that put that out. And also shout out to Bun Bunny. She's in the video. Go check it out. Also go shout out to Seiko Billy. He has a couple of tracks out that I really fuck with. Go shout out to him. Go check out Billy That. Go check out Lingo, and go check out Crooks. All three of the tracks is hot. I like them. Yo, look, we have to decide who we want to be in life. You have to decide. I mean, we're all grown adults. Majority of us, I'm guessing, in here right now, grown adults. You have to decide what you want to be. You have to decide if you want to be a bottom feeder. You have to decide if you want to be languishing in the middle. And you have to decide if you want to try to push it to the top. You have to decide, not other people. It's your life. You have to decide. When you make your decision, your decision is going to be provisional about how much work you want to put in. So if you want to be like, yo, I want to be a millionaire, but you don't want to put in that millionaire work, you're not going to get it. If you're going to be like, yo, I want to be a basketball player, but you're not ready to put in that basketball player work, you're not going to get it. If you're going to be like, yo, I want to be a rapper, but you're not going to go put in that rapper work, you're not going to get it. So whatever we become is by our decision, but that's also provisionally on whatever kind of work we decide we want to put into that thing that we want to turn ourselves into. I know that people love to say, oh, that was a God-given talent. No, the person probably had a couple of a little bit of because of physical attributes or because of mental attributes, they maybe had a little bit of a head start on another individual. But everything that somebody accomplishes in life, yes, the Most High has probably blessed you with something, but it's due to hard work. Very few of us stumble into great situations. That's not stuff that happens. You have to put in work and you have to decide that this is the thing that you want to turn into and then make it a thing. So with all of that being said, I love y'all. Please think about what you want to be. All right. Think about what's the next step you have. We all got goals. We're right here. We're trying to get right here. Think about that next step that you got to take. That next small goal that you have to accomplish so you could get closer to your long-term goals, right? You're here. This is your long-term goal. Think about that next short-term goal that you have to accomplish so you could get closer to that long-term goal. It's hard to keep your eyes on the prize. The more success you're capable of making, the more people that's going to show up and try to prevent you from getting there. Because we have more people in this world concentrating on trying to prevent others from being successful than trying to be successful themselves. So don't forget this. Once you decide you want to become something, that dude that can possibly challenge you for that position, he's probably not even trying to become that. He's probably somewhere else trying to stop somebody else from being successful. That female who probably has the ability to take that spot that you're looking at, they're probably not even trying to go for that spot. They're probably somewhere else trying to hate on somebody else and try to prevent somebody else from being successful. So you decide what you want to do. And then you decide how much work you want to put in. Because when you decide how much work you want to put in, that's when you're really making the decision of how successful you want to be in life. Because you can realistically be anything. It all depends on how much work and how much sacrifice you're willing to give. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. # Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.